is just how hard Jungle can press the advantage. Jungle is probably the best twos Wonder Woman at the moment. He goes absolutely insane. He's so good at catching dodges. He's so good at winning 1v2s with his team when his teammates far behind him, even if they're not able to help him. And I think also in particular, he just has like a really solid neutral game. He's very aggressive a lot of the time. Like he'll just run at you, but he will catch your option every time. And I think it's going to be on Misty and Moices to avoid that and try to return as much damage as possible. We saw it already. They won against Shiro and Poro to make it here, which was against another Wonder Woman team. Shiro, obviously one of the best Wonder Womans in the game as well. So we'll see how it goes here going into game one.
Yeah, I think they're going to be very used to an aggressive Wonder Woman getting into their space, and what's going to be fascinating is going to see how Moises is able to take advantage and shut down that air that FirePZ is going to be locked in on. But FirePZ and Jungle typically need just one game to figure out game strat, and then they will come back in that. In the meantime, it looks like Misty and Moises are going to be taking the most damage in this initial rally, as Misty's already on the edge and Jungle able to force them back. FirePZ pushed off the side with Misty on the edge guard, won't be able to block out. But there's going to be that first knockout as Misty gets taken out.
Jungle was doing so well that first stock, keeping on Misty, playing the advantage so strong, but he gets caught by the rocket up air out of tunnel, loses his first stock so early. Misty and Moises just evening it up, trying to get the shark going onto Jungle, maybe get a second stock on him. FiRPZ's kind of forced to play his first stock off stage right now, stuck in burnout. But Jungle, I mean, he's doing so much damage, but he's taking a lot in return at the moment. Moises just stuffing out the approach onto Misty. And now it's time for Jungle and FiRPZ. They set up a little bit of a camp over on the left side of the stage. The Chain Lightning gets a bit of an opening for Jungle, but they don't get anything off of it. And the landing there from Bugs will give Steven the room to kill Black Adam. And although this game started off so well for Jungle and FiRPZ, now they're quite a bit behind.
Yeah, it's that combination between Misty and Moises. Misty able to set up for Steven to get that knockout, but now Misty in burnout, as well as FiRPZ, both players getting a little bit weak, not able to effectively use their dodges. Moises now on burnout as well, near the top edge of the map, able to come back down, but won't be able to find that space. Will get knocked out at the end, and still 2-2. Jungle on burnout, needs to avoid the attack from Misty. Up air from Misty is going to knock out Jungle, and now it's 3-2 in favor of red.
Good awareness from Jungle right there, seeing that the safe is stuck on top of the bubble. Just hits it with the nair, destroys that Wonder Woman got that armor breaking nair. They're not letting Misty really get any value from projectiles at the moment. But these nairs could potentially lead up to a lot of damage. The question is who will be the next person to lose their stock? Both people on blue are taking a lot of damage. FiRPZ forced to go into burnout just to stay alive. Lightning grab in the corner and Rose Bomb in safe. There's so many things to avoid right now, but Jungle manages to make it through. Hits him with the dash attack near the corner. Moises is popped up in the air. Bugs is in the corner, down and off the wall. Goes for the double, but the save from Steven. What a shield. Oh, but he's still dead.
Misty needs to get out of this edge, but is currently being blocked out by Misty. FiRPZ and Jungle able to get the final knockout. Misty just too overwhelmed on that edge. What a comeback from FiRPZ and Jungle.
It was just so good for them. I think Misty just shouldn't have been by the edge. He just played too aggressive over there. He tried to force a kill when he didn't necessarily need to. They already had the lead. He got aggressive when they were on last stock. He got punished for it. Got hit by 2 Black Adam dares, a Wonder Woman dare. Steven ran out of shields. He couldn't get protected anymore. He was just gone. But that being said, they showed signs of life in that game. They started that game off very poorly, but the rocket up air confirm onto Jungle was able to even it up pretty quick. And the question is do they start this game just as bad? Jungle starting the game off by not letting Misty get anything going. He reads both dodges, forces 30% onto him. But the jab from Misty manages to catch both of them into the up air. Not going to kill Wonder Woman, but it's a lot of damage, while Moises on the side of FiRPZ is also winning his 1v1. Good damage onto the blue team right now.
Jungle trying to break down Misty, trying to get around, but it's going to get caught up in the mix. Misty trying to get an up air on Jungle, won't be able to do so. Instead, they're back to the edge as Jungle has a chance to catch Moises on the outside, but won't be able to do so. FiRPZ getting dropped. First stock take by red.
Good nairs from FiRPZ to force Misty off stage. Bugs is in burnout, so he doesn't really want to get near that safe. He's just going to try to use it to buy himself a little bit of time, but that'll be a neutral attack from Wonder Woman. And with the weakened stacks over in the corner, it's going to be able to kill the bugs. And then FirePZ with the flight flies above the Steven, hits him with the dare, takes him off the side. And this is, I mean, Jungle's one hit from death here. It's not really a lead for blue team, but I mean, these games are so back and forth. It feels like one team is losing and then they're winning and then the next team's winning.
They're picking their spots very well when it comes to trying to use a side neutral or just charge up and take advantage. And sometimes they're just falling into their own traps as well, just not really able to confirm hits.
Jungle is making so much use out of the last stand perk right now. He has been over 100% for basically a minute straight. He was applying so much weaken to everyone in that game. He racked so much extra damage up. FiZ able to find 2 kills on that final stock without Jungle even dying. I mean, they just needed to force the kill on Jungle. That's why last stand considered one of the best perks in the game, right? He's stuck over 100%. He's just applying extra damage and knockback on everyone he's hitting. If you don't find that kill on Jungle, he's getting so much extra value by staying alive. Just putting out hits over and over and over and over again. Like, you need to force that kill. You need him gone. But they just weren't able to find it.
Yeah, Jungle, especially going back to that use of the last stand, just able to really survive, provides FirePZ that space in order to be that backliner, set up those zones, and set up that air utility as well, able to force down Moices and Misty into Jungle's space in order for Jungle to get those kills as well. Going into this, it's about to be a 3-0 sweep in favor of Jungle and FirePZ. Moices and Misty, what do you think their game plan should be going into this?
I think they just got to deal with Jungle better. It feels like he's making so much stuff happen for them. Every single game, he's catching their dodges with jabs. He's reading every dodge with a Sayer. If they're in the air, he's every single hit he gets feels like it confirms for 50%. FiZ is doing a phenomenal job sitting in the back, staying alive, getting the final blows. But if Jungle's just sitting in your face doing so much work, I don't even think you have a chance in this. You need to find a way to stop him.
So hopefully, as we get ready for the next match, we're looking at an opportunity for Misty and Moises to come back. But FiZ in Jungle so far, I really like that synergy that they're building up towards, especially with Jungle providing that space, showing a very different Wonder Woman compared to what we've seen earlier, and able to provide that space and provide that rush down as we cut back to the caster screen.
Right. So they're actually thinking where they want to go. They're just going back sky flat. They think they can win here. They think they can win here. And I think they can. The first game really showed that they could. Like, they literally threw the first game away. That last game was a bit more decisive, I would say, for the side of FiZ and Jungle. But that first game, they were literally up and they threw it away. I just need to see them beat Jungle. I just need to see them hit Jungle more.
Honestly, if I see them focus on Jungle, that could be useful in the long run. But the issue to me is just allowing FiZ to take up so much space then and be able to build up momentum and then finally find that charge, as Moises is going to try go in on that new tilt air. Won't be able to find a chance. Moises just trying to break through FiZ and Jungle with that.
Oh my god, they just removed FiZ from the game, man. He just got caught in place. All the down airs, the bugs holding him in place, Steven getting a couple landing nairs in there for a bunch of extra damage, pop him up with the rocket into an up air, and that's just it. FiZ lost his stock in 20 seconds.
Okay, so forget everything we said about focusing on Jungle. I think focusing on FiZ might be the better option at this point in time, as Jungle and FiZ
are again. He's in burnout. They got him twice. Dude, they're going absolutely insane on FiZ right now. Maybe this was just the move. Just beat up the Black Adam.
And now it's starting to come, focusing on making a comeback. Moises and Misty will get knocked down that run, but they're still focusing on FiZ, just getting Jungle knocked out of the way. They're finding their space, but Misty's going to charge in fairly soon, just trying to take that space. And Watermelon's keeping out on the field as well.
Grab here. Hits him with the up tilt up air. FiZ's not in a good spot, man. He could already lose his third. Rocket on the right side forces it back to the left. Steven staying alive from the Wonder Woman edge guard here. Safe is going to help protect him as well. Bouncy Safe because it's right next to the rocket. Get caught by the Bugs jab. Safe comes back down there on the right. FiZ's getting a bit of damage going, but I mean, they're so far behind right now. Steven's still on the first, and that's 3 deaths from FiZ in that game already. They just removed him. They're just like, all right, we're just going to beat up the large target. Heck the Wonder Woman. We're just going to run past her. Maybe let's just try to play the out damage game. Just try to outrush her teammate before she can outrush us.
Honestly, that seems to be the best strategy going forward, but I imagine Jungle and FPZ are going to now allow themselves to basically break apart, and hopefully FPZ will be able to prevent this initial rush of damage now that they know what to anticipate going into Game 4. Jungle was fighting for so long, got knocked out only once, but during that respawn time between FPZ coming back and Jungle's the only one on the field, I love the lockdown that Moices and Misty did, especially in that initial half where Jungle was just towards the lower side of the map, outside the edge, and just kept getting pushed down further and further. Still survived because of that last stand perk, but could not get back into the space until FPZ respawned, and Moises and Misty refocused on FPZ.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious as to see what the adjustment is going to be on the side of FPZ and Jungle. I think FPZ in the back of his head has got to be like, all right, that was my fault, right? You've got to be like, my bad. I'll change what I'm doing. I'm curious to see as to what kind of playstyle change that would take. On Black Adam, I'm assuming it would just mean he plays more floaty, play floaty, hover around with the dares a lot more. That way you can't get the big openings that Bugs likes to get on you, like towards the ground, where he hits you with like the grounded jabs or nairs and gets a bit confirmed. That being said, playing floaty is scary. It's very scary because it means he's more under threat from Steven. He's under threat with some of Bug's other tools like Sarah and Up Air. But those tools won't lead to him taking 100 in opening. They'll take more so 40 to 50, you know?
And so Misty and Moises will have to work a little bit harder to do that extra damage, but you can see Moises already on top of the shield, building that platform, is now going to try and invade that space, pushes up FPZ, and tries to break him away. That's going to provide Misty a chance to try to drop the safe on them, but that's not going to be enough.
See Jungle playing a lot more towards FPZ this time around, staying with him for pretty much the entirety of the beginning of the game, saying, hey, if you want to jump him, you have to deal with me too. I mean, this is by far the slowest paced game we've seen so far. Jungle and FPZ have drastically changed the game plan here. No more running forward on Jungle. He's just deciding to play support, and so far it's working a lot better than the last one. FPZ has been able to not take any damage so far. Jungle's finally been put into a spot where he can play aggressive. The side special going to force Bugs over to the side. The damage on Steven almost into a kill off the top. And I mean, FPZ's the only person right now not really that close to dying, but Misty reads the dare dodge, forces him off to the side. That's gonna be Rocket Upper. He's actually dead. Just the opening for Misty, catching bubble dodges, while on the other side of the stage, Moises manages to find the kill on Jungle. They're still maintaining the lead somehow, some way.
That was a solo kill by Moises as well on Jungle. What an impressive play as Misty uses safe, able to push Jungle away, but looks like FPZ is going to get a little bit tighter in, and they're going to be a little bit more dangerous, get knocked out. They still have Jungle up in the air. They're going to try and knock Jungle out once again. Last stand, no one cares about it, but it's going to force Misty to be dropped off to the up corner.
All right, they need to find this kill onto Moises to start bringing this game back. Jungle's trying to force it, comes into him with the Sair, but he burns himself out in the process. Moises missing the upper means the Jungle will be able to find the kill regardless, but now they are super far behind. One of them will have to stay alive here no matter what. It's a good opening onto Misty from the side of FPZ, but he takes it too far, and he's going to take damage from Moises in return. You have to be careful here. You can't really force a kill onto Bugs if you're going to take damage, because you need to live. You're both on your last stocks right now. This is Misty setting up center stage right now. Misty getting a little bit aggressive, taking a lot of damage for his troubles.
So able to break away though, but Jungle's not going to give up on Misty. About to dive in once more. Misty trying to get help from Moises, but not able to confirm a knockout as Misty's going to get knocked out, and Jungle will follow shortly after.
FirePZ tries to get an up tilt upper onto Moises, tries to get some sort of early kill going right now. He's stuck stalling off stage 116. The question is, how are you going to catch him? He has so much air mobility out there with the up special. And right now they're just getting stuffed out by Jungle over and over. They're doing a little bit of damage back to Jungle in return, but that's not the one you need to be killing. Misty goes super aggressive, tries to fly in for it. You have FirePZ in burnout, but so is Misty. Misty's in burnout. This could potentially be bad. And then Moises misses the Sair. He missed the Sair. He just missed. And then Jungle just hits him with the back end of the neutral attack, and he dies.
Don't feel too bad about it.
What a whiff. Misty had all this opportunity to take out FPZ and just could not stay afloat long enough. And that provides so much opportunity for jungle, especially after that whiff. Especially after the whiff.
It's the same thing we saw game one, man. You have one of them off stage at death percent. They got nervous. They're like, we need to make this kill happen or we're going to lose. They could just potentially focus down jungle in the 2v1. FPZ can't contribute without risking dying. And instead, they just get greedy. Misty jumps off stage, gets put into a spot where he might go down. Moises is forced to come and approach. He whiffs his approach onto jungle, and then he just loses his life for it. But at the end of the day, they're not out of the tournament. They still have losers ahead of them. They're going to be fighting against the winner, Ashiro and Poro and Fauzi Moa. Jungle and FaZe, first seed of the tournament, securing their spots in winner's side grands. Not the most shocking thing in the world, but keeping their run going, doing very well for themselves.
And honestly, what a way to come back. Even after that the adjustment from realizing that FPZ is going to be focused in on and jungle just not going further than maybe 2 squares away from FPZ in order to give that support, be able to provide that backup and allow FPZ to have that space, and then forcing Misty and Moises to try to adjust, try to take out jungle. It started to work initially, but when they needed to close the gap at the very end, Misty especially just could not get that knockout on FPZ, and I am shocked they could not confirm a hit